Hey guys, this is going to be a mid Soraka game. I am triple queued right now with Darius and Talon. I was kind of just, this is a normal game by the way, I'm kind of just trolling with the picks and I decided to go with mid Soraka. So I don't really play mid at all really, but through the knowledge that I've gathered through watching streams and stuff, apparently this is a standard start with FLASK, ward, and a couple of potions. I decided to pick up more mana potions because Soraka can spam her skills and she has a heal.
Where am I needed?
So this is a standard spot to start at with, or if you're the AP mid rather, or if you're the mid player, so you can watch out for early invades, like level 1 invades. You want to stand at the corner of this brush here so you have vision in the river, because if you stand too far back you won't have vision in the river and someone can sneak into the end of that brush and you won't be able to see them. So this Darius player is actually my brother here, and I'm trying to explain to him a level 2 play that we're going to try to make, since I noticed that Fiddlesticks is jungling and he's kind of blue buff dependent. We're going to try to shut him down at around level 2.
Minions have spawned
gracefully.
So here I'm now going to help Darius to do some damage to the wolves. I start Q because the level 2 play that we're going to try to make is I'm going to try to fast push mid and then we're going to counter Fiddlesticks at his red.
Every step, a new journey.
So now I'm going to drop my ward by the wraiths so that way we'll be able to see when we can move in on Fiddlesticks. So here I'm just running in the middle of all the minions, spamming my Q and trying to get in some auto attacks on Malphite. As you can see, I'm actually hitting him for harder than he's hitting me right now, and I'm spamming pots to make sure that I stay alive. So here I just hit level 2. I immediately level up my E because that's going to be your nuke. Me and Malphite trade ignites, and he burns his flash. So here Darius is already in position to ambush Fiddlesticks, so I'm just here with him, and we're just going to wait for him here. We see Fiddlesticks come to his wraiths. First blood gets given to Lee Sin top. Now we're just going to wait till he clears his wraiths, and we're going to ambush him at his red buff. So here we see him approaching the brush, and as soon as he gets in, we just unleash on him. He flashes, I flash after him, Q auto attack, and I get the kill and a blue buff. It's important to make sure you auto attack between your spell casts to unleash more damage, because if I wasn't auto attacking in between my spell casts, we probably wouldn't have killed him. So now I go in, try to clear out the minion wave. I'm trying to bait him, but I realize I'm taking way too much damage from the minions. Minions are pretty OP at early levels, but I managed to survive luckily. So we saw Lee Sin coming down through a ward. He turns in on Darius. I just try to support him without actually getting killed. They could have turned their focus to me and killed me, but I don't know why they didn't. He misses the Q, he gets into tower range, and he's safe. So now I'm just shoving out the lane, missing a whole bunch of CS, and yeah, I'm gonna go back now. So I don't really know what to buy. I'm kind of just trying to decide right now. I decided to pick up boots and an amplifying tome. I probably should have picked up a ward though, because I'm gonna be shoving the wave pretty hard with my Q.
To heal and protect.
So another tip to self-cast abilities like I just did with that heal, you just hold down Alt and then you press down skill. In this case it would be W, so I can just hit Alt W and I heal myself.
I lend my aid. This is my path.
So I shove out the wave and I see that top needs help, so I go and try to help them out at top.
Never waste a breath.
Here I thought there was nothing I could do, so I'm trying to head back now until Lee Sin lands the Q and goes in on him, so I'm forced to go in and try to help him out.
I heed their call.
So Fiddlesticks is coming at me. I silence him and ignite him, but unfortunately he gets saved by his drain and shield. I try to land another Q and Lee Sin kills me.
Shut down.
So I decide to go for the lucky pick because I'm not really CSing too well, and it would help me with the gold regeneration.
Where am I needed?
So my wave is pushed here, I do a little bit of damage to the tower, and then I go and pick up my blue buff. So here I see that Malphite's missing, but instead of typing Mia, I usually just hit a retreat ping. So I noticed that Malphite just peeked really quickly into the top rush and left, so I assume that it's warded and I tell my jungler.
The whole world in balance.
So now I just return to lane and begin to spam Q and be annoying. Now Malphite's actually standing in my Qs, and my Qs actually reduce MR, so my E's will be hitting a lot.
They will go no further.
So I'm kind of scared to move up because I have no wards anywhere. I tell my jungler to come in through the side that's not warded, and I try to bait Malphite in so we can kill him. So I'm kind of here just trying to bait him. My R is up so I can instantly heal myself. He goes in, I heal myself, and we go in on him. He flashes, I flash, and pick up the kill. So here I go back, I'm kind of just deciding what to buy, and I end up going for more AP.
This is my path.
I was about to leave until I realized that I did not buy a ward. Wards are very important and you want to buy them. So our top lane, Talon, is pretty far behind on this Lee Sin right now. He's behind in levels, farm, and everything you can pretty much imagine. Lee Sin can just repeatedly kill him.
By the power of
An
the
enemy
stars.
is unstoppable.
So here I can pretty much out-trade and out-sustain Malphite, because the longer he stays in my queue, the more his MR gets shredded, and I can just heal myself up. So I haven't seen Fiddlesticks in a while. I suspect that he's going to gank me sometime soon, so I put a ward down. And the moment I go out, I see Fiddlesticks channeling his ult. I try to silence him, but I was slowed by Malphite and couldn't get my silence off in time, and I died. So that's why it's important to make sure that that side brush is clear before you ward the corner brush that I warded earlier. So you want to try to buy wards as often as possible. They really help out the team a lot, and they'll help you win.
I heed their call.
So I'm checking the scoreboard, and I'm actually somewhat CSing better than Malphite somehow. Which is weird, I guess he's not CSing that well either.
Where am I needed?
So Malphite is really pushed up to the tower, and Darius comes in through the side with red buff, and we're instantly able to just kill him. That's why it's important to buy wards, especially when you're pushing up like that.
This is my path. For peace of mind.
So another tip with globals is you can see your teammates' health bars on the side there. Soraka has a global heal. I saw that Talon was really low, getting chased by Lee Sin. I popped my ult, and I managed to save him. And also I put a ward in this area over here in their jungle. That's a really important place, so you can see where their jungler is when they pass through that ward. I see Fiddlesticks here. I tell my jungler to come down through top, since he was just ganking there, and I try to bait them into coming into this brush. So this is a really silly part. Fiddlesticks got away, Malphite got away, and Fiddlesticks decides to come back in and ult into us. Darius just Qs him. Malphite tries to come back in and do something, and I just E him, and we get 2 kills on them. So there's another tip. If you successfully disengaged and you can tell that your teammate is gonna make it out, don't try to go back in and save them unless you know what you're doing. In that case, I don't know what they were doing, and they both died. I decided to pick up some magic resist for Fiddlesticks and Malphite, and I'm going to build that into the Abyssal Scepter to help further my MR shred.
Where am I needed? Gracefully.
So here I just picked up my blue buff. I'm going to ward the corner brush here and return to my lane.
I lend my aid.
Just as I ward, I see Lee Sin coming down, so I try to get Darius into position so maybe we could set up for a double kill here, or a kill, or some sort of kill.
I heed their call.
So right now I'm just trying to get them to tower dive me, but I get blown up before I can even bait.
Enemy killing spree.
So here I decide to pick up my boots for more movement speed and more magic pen.
Every step, a new journey.
An ally has been slain.
This is my path.
So now I just return to lane here. I begin to chase Malphite down. It's important to move in between spell casts so that way you're in position for your next spell cast. And I see he's low enough, so I decide to tower dive him. So after dodging his ult, I run into Fiddlesticks here, who does his little combo on me. I just silence him and continue to spam and
The
run.
whole world in balance. To heal and
So I'm not really scared to push up as far as I am because I have a ward at the top and I see my jungler and AD carry at the bottom. I had just killed Malphite and Fiddlesticks is low. And we take this tower.
never waste a breath.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
So we see Fiddlesticks pass through a ward.
This is my
We
path.
decide to try and go in to see what we can do and try to kill him. Lee Sin is there. Malphite shows up. The whole team is missing and they immediately gather towards where all the action is happening and we lose that fight.
Double kill.
That's why it's important to have good map awareness. We shouldn't have engaged on that because their whole team was missing and we paid the price for it. So I had just picked up my Abyssal Scepter and I'm kind of wondering about the range on it to see if it's in range for my skills. So a good way to check the range on your items is to just mouse over the item and you'll see a range indicator on it. It also works for skills, so here I'm comparing the Abyssal Scepter to my Q and they're in range of each other.
For peace of mind. To heal and protect.
So here I'm just going to shove out mid because I see that Fiddlesticks was just bottom, Lee Sin is top, bot lane is there, so I'm just going to shove this out and apply some pressure to Malphite.
Where am I
Your
needed?
turret has been destroyed.
So I see Darius coming up through the side, so I try baiting Malphite towards the side. He takes the bait, uses his ult, and as Darius comes in, I silence Malphite to make sure he can't flash away, and we kill him.
I lend my aid.
So here we're chasing down Fiddlesticks. I noticed that Misfortune's health on the left side was low, so I pop my ult just to make sure that she doesn't die.
Gracefully.
Godlike.
To heal and protect. Never waste a breath.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I lend my aid.
So now we got bot tower, and we're all gonna B to try to stop Lee Sin from pushing top. My next item that I'm going for is a Rylai's, so I can slow everybody in a
This
team
is
fight
my path.
and keep them in my queue as long as possible so I can shred their MR for as much as possible. And it also gives quite a bit of health too, so it'll make me tanky.
Every step, a new journey.
An ally has been slain.
Such hatred in their hearts. Where am I needed?
So Malphite was just bottom, our bot just died, and our mid was pushed. They're all missing, so we go and check to see if they're doing dragon. So Dragon's gone, and we got set up. I'm trying to keep Darius alive while trying to DPS from behind him. He ends up killing Malphite and going down. Now I see Fiddlesticks is low and hanging around. I go back in, nuke him, spam my Qs a bit more. I get healed by Nami, flash over to stop Lulu from hitting me, and we end up trading 4 kills for 1. So we had just killed 4 of their teammates, and Lee Sin was top, so we decide to push mid.
Destroyed a turret.
Never waste a breath. For peace of mind. This is my path.
So here we gather up mid and apply some pressure to mid. I see that there's nothing really we can do here, so I go to split push top and try to tell my team not to engage, or try not to get engaged on.
I heed their call. To heal and protect.
So I realized that a fight broke out and my ult just came up, so I ult to try to see what I can do, and my team just gets chopped up.
Double kill. An enemy has been slain.
By the power of this
ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
So we end up trading 4 for 2, and we got a tower out of it.
This is my path.
So here I finish off my Rylai's, and my next item is going to be the Twin Shadows.
Every step, a new journey.
So I ward the corner brush, and I noticed that Lulu and Fiddlesticks are coming down through the side of their jungle. So I'm trying to be very careful right now to not get caught out of position.
Your turret has been destroyed.
The whole world in balance.
So I see Fiddlesticks kind of edging around the corner. I try to ward the brush and epically fail.
Gracefully.
So we see Sivir and Lee Sin heading towards the middle. Our Talon and Darius aren't here, so it's a 3v5. So we try not to fight because we're at a numbers disadvantage right now. So a good way to stop a tower siege is to clear out the minions, which forces them to engage in their tower, which they did. Misfortune gets caught out of position, they unleash all of their ultis on us. She instantly gets blown up. Darius goes in, I try to keep him alive as long as possible while spamming out all of my skills. And I have the Rylai slow, so I'm trying to stay in range to slow them all and shred all of their MR. They back off and we win that team fight.
Never waste a breath. I heed their call. Never waste a breath. Be at peace.
So here I see that bottom is kind of pushed towards middle, so I try to send it back the other way to apply pressure down bot lane to probably force one of them to go down there.
Where am I needed?
So here I decide to go for the home guard boots so I could instantly heal up faster and regroup with my team faster.
I lend my aid. For peace of mind.
So their Lee Sin is top. We decide to get Dragon because we have a numbers advantage right now. If they were to engage on us, it would be a 4v5.
I heed their call. Every step, a new journey.
So we don't see Fiddlesticks, so we try looking for him before he like ults over one of the walls and catches us by surprise. We see him by a ward. I just pop an E on him, forces him away, and now we're kind of just poking around trying to catch someone out of position. I'm trying to get my Rylai slow on someone so we can instantly kill them. I see Lulu is out of position here. I land a slow on her. Darius goes in to follow up. We kill her. Lee Sin goes in by himself. Misfortune dies. Malphite comes back in, and we're just team fighting now. Fiddlesticks ults in, totally misses everyone. I pop my ult just in case, and I finish off Malphite.
Dominating.
So we killed 4 other team members. I have a huge level advantage over Sivir, so I'm not really afraid to tower dive her. I go in and I kill her.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
So here we just got an inhibitor. We tried to kill Lulu but failed, so now we're just going to disengage and go back to base.
Do you always fight so poorly?
So here I finish off my twin shadows because the active also helps catch people out of position and grants us vision. And now I'm going for Azonius for the 2-second status.
This is my path. They will know serenity.
So I see that Fiddlesticks is top and that my team is regrouping with us right now, so I'm just trying to poke and get my Rylai's proc off and catch them out of position, and we force a flash out of Sifter. So they go back in and I managed to get my Rylai's proc off on both of them, so now I'm just chasing them down.
Enemy has been slain.
I see Fiddle channeling his ult in on all of us, and I ult just to make sure that we don't take that much damage from it.
Triple kill.
Never waste a breath.
So I see Lulu coming around the side here. I pop off my twin shadows to try and get her, and she ends up trying to chase me. I bait her into Darius, and she dies.
Aced.
For peace
Your
of
team
mind.
has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Cannot go unanswered.
Your team has
So I noticed that
destroyed
they've all respawned, so I'm trying to signal my team to fall back because we don't want to engage them on 5 people. Misfortune ends up getting blown up. I come back in to try and save Darius and see what I can do. I pop off my heal on them and they force a disengage.
To heal and protect. Never waste a breath.
So I finish off my Zonias. They're down 2 base turrets and 1 inhibitor, so we try to force a Baron fight now.
Every step, a new journey. Such hatred in their hearts. I heed their call.
So we know that Lulu warded Baron, so we're trying to bait it right now. And Fiddlesticks comes in by himself. He sees Darius, he flashes away, and now we're just trying to fight him.
Gracefully.
So I fire off my twin shadows to see if we can catch him. I end up finding their entire team. I get tagged in. I think that they're trying to initiate on us, so I pop my Zonias a bit too early. I flash out. They all focus down Darius. I'm trying to heal him. I use my ult to heal him, and I'm just spamming my Q right now. And Misfortune gets a quadra kill, but I accidentally steal the pentakill.
Ace.
This is my path.
The enemy's inhibitor is respawning soon.
I lend my aid. Save you. Do you always fight so poorly?
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed
You
an
always
inhibitor.
fight so poorly. I will not save you.
And we end up ending the game on that ace. So, if there's any questions, just inbox me, leave me a comment. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.